here are the one software. I'm going to showcase how I sound designed this later, but first, we have to talk about some fundamentals. So as you know, any video is consisted of two major parts, the visuals and the sounds. And that's how we as humans get stimulated. And also, that's how you can transfer an emotion or a message through a video. Sound design is consisted of three major parts, music, and a dialogue, and sound effects. Think about any video or any scene that made you feel an exact emotion. Surely, it consisted of these three elements. Before you start sound designing a video, you have to think, what is the type of video that I'm sound designing? Is it a talking head, or is it a shot with no dialogue, and etc. For example, a shot like this of me talking to the camera is a dialogue-based shot, so I have to prioritize the dialogue and cannot raise the volume of any other elements. Now let's talk about music. Music can transfer the emotion through the video and plays one of the major parts of sound designing a video. It fills in the gaps and helps transferring emotions behind the story you're trying to say with the edit. For example, if you are making a motivational video, the best music that you can add to the video is an E minor, and so on. And me myself, I don't use music in my videos because it's forbidden in my religion. When you start sound designing a video, try to think, how do these elements sound in real life? For example, in this shot, as you can see, it's a campfire. So I added the sound effect of a fire. But you have to think, what else can be in a campfire? For example, people talking. So add the sound of people talking and so on until you feel like you are in this place. And that's all called the recreating of the sound of the shot. There is a second part of the sound design, which is like the risers and the bass and the hits, which can help make the mood of the video. For example, if you're trying to make the viewer feel stressed, try by adding a riser or a heartbeat sound effect.
Now we are going to sound design the first part. Now, as you can see here, this is the first part of the video. So, what I think about when I first start sound designing is what I want from this shot. So, as you can see here from the cuts, that these shots are fast-paced shots. So, I really need the viewer to feel like stressed and to show how fast shots and the pacing. First, I added this. I have here the Iron Man sound effect. So, as you can see, that's when my eye opens. I just want it to work like this. The second thing is I added this sound effect, which is called I don't really remember, but I will give you the link in the description of the source that I get it from, which is Motion Bro. Motion Bro sound effects pack, you know? So the third thing I want to add when I add this shot is the keyboard sound. So I just added keyboard sound, click there one. So yeah, added a background. Then when I added this shot, I really wanted to add like the sound of a scroll wheel, the mouse scroll wheel. But the sound of a mouse scroll wheel is just so basic. So I added a fishing hook so I can feel it way better. So when you hear it like this, that's what it's. And there's also in this shot, and you can see it's vibrating. And also that the keyboard sound is still on the background. Then I added this shot of mouse clicking. So when I just switch it between those shots, I wanted to add that one. And so here's the sound of just a mouse scroll wheel. When you do it like this, you just want to hear the mouse scroll wheel. And I did again here. Now this part is it's not really complicated, but it's fun. So I added the sound of just a rocket. When you can find hearing that there is like thousands of sound effects here. Then I added like a wind sound, so I can really feel the tension of the video. Then I added this one, the sound of the video. So
Here are
that's something like And here's the second part of this part, which is the rocket sound. So as you can see here, it's all like this. Just like the sounds of my video. Washes. And this the last part of the rocket sound. Now I added this part, which is like the After Effects render sound. And here we can go to the last part, which is building the tension. Now the last part I added like a riser. So this riser, you can hear it if I just push like this. Yeah, it's a really long one. And so I added here only a heartbeat. And last part, I just added a heartbeat with a cinematic sound in the behind, so you can hear it. Yeah, just like this. We sound design this part. So to sound design a clip like this, you just need to figure out what is the sound of these elements in the video, and you can just make a new sound. For example, the part which is when I added the scroll wheel of a fishing rod. So the fishing rod, when you just look at it like this, it's the same sound of the mouse scroll wheel.
Sound design is an art in itself, and as any art form, in order to master it, it needs a lot of practice. That's all for today, and if you want more videos like these, tell me in the comments, and subscribe for more.
ماشي. هي ممكن تقول مش عارف ماشي خلاص.